Just for the fun of it, what was the song that you heard coming from the volcano on that day?
Hearing a song like a old motorbike, rumbling, rumbling, boop.
Here with me today is Mr. Cally Crichton, and we have had a brief discussion on the situation with the Lassofre, and he's willing to share his experience with me and to you viewers out there of what he experienced during the Lassofre Eruption 2021.
Yeah, morning, Auntie G. This is Casablanca himself right here. One of the pursuers who went through the volcanic eruption right in the red zone. Well, as you know, Auntie G, we are here in the red zone. A lot of people think, well, okay, some people stayed in the red zone because they wanted to be brave, or they wanted to be boasting, or they just neglectful. It's not about that. It is about we all have a life to live. And some of us, we have different things why we stayed. You know, we stayed in wanted to experience, although we know it's not 100% safe. We wanted to experience. We wanted to protect our properties and our animals, and you know, just to be around, to know that someone is here. Because, for instance, if everybody did left, a lot of more animals would have died. We would have more break-ins. We would have so many more simple things that the few of us who stayed here did accomplish. And we went through this storm, and we can relate it to our children and grandchildren and great-grand. I was here, and from Thursday night when we got the warning, I assist people to move out and make sure that they are safe. And you know, assist them with water and whatever liquor you can help them with. You assist them to the main road to get a vehicle. You try to call your friend and ask to help to move out your relatives and things like that. And at the same time, we are here trying to secure things for ourselves and for our villagers. And we were here, and the night after, Thursday night, we did have some ashes. A few of us were here. A few of my friends, we went through the whole night, and it was very scary. As I said before, not that we were playing brave or badger, but we just wanted to experience something different. And Friday, it started to get worse, and you had heavy flow of ashes and rumbling and explosion. It was a real scary situation.
Not to cut you off. So on that Friday evening, after you, as you're saying, that you had to do the evacuation of persons and assisted them however you can, right?
Yeah.
So were you thinking then that maybe it was going to erupt on that same Friday, or were you in a relaxing mode after you decided that you're not going to leave?
Yeah,
How were you feeling then at that point?
Well, I was
after everyone leave.
Yeah,
you know.
I was here, and we were still skeptical of what would happen, because you know it's a volcano, it's dangerous,
Okay.
and we were still skeptical. But at the same time, we were here. We were like on a moving mood, because we had our bags packed, and everybody have their water, and we also had a vehicle person who was willing to stay with us in the event that it get real drastic. We will be moving, you know.
Okay.
So that was the real situation.
So at that point, how many of you were here?
Well, it was about 4 of us, you know, and we had Alasu Balcom, who was at his house, and he has his vehicle. So we were on the move as well, you know. We were abreast of exactly what is going on. We realized it could be dangerous, and we had an alternative plan, you know.
Okay, so tell me about it now when the place got dark, and then you start seeing the smoke. And
then it went on, you know. Now and again you will hear ashes and you will hear the rumbling on Friday. But on Saturday, between Friday night and Saturday morning, it get real drastic. We had a lot of asphalt and stone, and all right up to 10, 11 o'clock Saturday morning, we could not have seen daylight. The daylight came around 11 to 11:30 thereabout, and I myself, I went off to let loose some animals of my relative who were up in the mountain, and you know, risky. And while I was coming back, it started to get dark again, and basically the whole Saturday it was dark and light. Well, my friends them like they start losing faith. So a few of them say, okay, they think it is time for us to go now. So while I was there, you know, getting ready to go and so on, after all my friends they get a bit scared. So they left before me. And after I see they gone, I didn't even bother to move. I was here still and they went and they phoned and said they got a transportation to move on and make sure I'm safe and all of that. So from then, you know, I am here and a few pastors came up to check me and see phone and find out if I'm alright, if I'm safe. Meanwhile, we were here too, we were making sure that we were monitoring the updates on the radio and on our phone, which is very important because we don't know whenever we have to make any quick move, you know. It was giving them courage to keep them up and tell them, well, that's the norm, you know, that's the way volcano operate, you know. When the ash gets heavy, it appears to be dark, but it's not really dark night as such. It is, you know, a reflection of the ashes. So it's like the norm when a volcano erupts, so to speak, you know, in terms of boosting them up now, you know, because they were a bit, you know, disheartened after they see these place getting dark and whatever, you know.
Was there electricity at that time?
There was no electricity. The electricity was gone already, you know.
Oh, so the whole place was in total darkness?
Yeah, we were in total darkness at that time, you know. The whole place was in darkness.
In one of my interviews, I remember somebody said to me that it was actually raining, like the stones, you know, and so on. It was
the ashes and the stone, they were coming like rain, you know, like a form of rain. You see it just pouring down steady, like, you know, thousands of raindrops, you know.
And it comes with stone?
Yeah, it comes with a lot of fine stone in our area, but from what I heard from other people, like apparently higher up, like above the river and there were more larger stones, you know.
I was just about to ask you that because one guy showed me some big stones. They were quite, you know, quite big enough, and he said that these are stones that came at the time when they had the eruption.
Right. Basically around Georgetown, Dixieland, the park area, it was more like the finer stone and the heavy ash.
Okay. Well, that must have been a real experience for you guys
that's a real
at that
experience,
time.
a real
I
experience.
mean, terrifying experience, and I'm glad that God brought all of us safely through this, you know, these difficult times. You guys had enough food at that
we had
time?
enough
You had
food,
enough
we
food
had
for
enough
everybody
food,
to
we
feed?
had water, we had medication, we had everything.
So like you were the doctor taking care of everybody at that time, right?
Yeah. Making sure everybody's safe.
Yeah, man, that was really good. I must commend you guys, as you said, although it was very dangerous, you know, that you actually stood through the whole thing. I know, I mean, persons have to take care of their shops, because I heard there were persons who were going around doing little
breaking
things that they should not have done or whatever. But
a lot of things,
as you said, you know, somebody got to do the job. Somebody got to do the job.
You know?
Yeah, so to God we give the glory. We always have to give God thanks for his wonderful mercies. Thanks very much for sharing your experience with me. I mean, but before I leave, I'll ask you one more question, which I ask all the time. If you were to experience this again, would you stay or would you move?
Well, I will repeat the experience. I will stay.
You think you're really gonna
I'm going to stay again. If it come again, I'm going to stay again.
But don't you think it might be more dangerous then?
Well, maybe then it might be more dangerous.
So then why would you want to risk your life, you know, knowing that you stayed and you know what you experienced? How, you know,
well, you see, in life, these are some of the things that make up life. You know, these are some of the things that make up life. You have the courageous ones who will, it's like if you are a leader of a group, or you're a leader of an army, sometimes you eventually lost your life, you know, just so that life can go on for others. You know, it's as simple as that, really.
All right,
you know?
all right.
But it was great, and no regrets, I'll go through it again another time.
Well, we hope not. We hope that God, you know, continue to keep us safely, and that the volcano doesn't really, you know, react in that manner.
I think it's really,
you know,
quiet at the moment.
Again, and we can only hope, you know, wish the best for everyone.
For the best for everybody,
So thanks again, and thanks for everything.
Right, all right. All,
All
the best, Auntie G.
All right. Big up to Cally Crichton.
Yeah, Casablanca.
Sorry.